This is coming to you from John Wayne's 26 Bar Ranch in Eager, Arizona.
Buenos dias, amigos. Howdy. Well, this is old Chilibill back again with another Chilibill's Kitchen. And today we're going to be doing some hot stuff. We're going to be doing some microwave cooking by a little lady that specializes in cooking Mexican food in a microwave. We're going to be doing, let's see, so I can read it properly here, Rista de Chile, and we're going to be using hojas. We'll explain that to you when we come back in just a minute. We have all of our good spices here, oregano, comino, cilantro. She's going to show us how to use all of these the proper Mexican way. All right, we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
They rode into town, folks tried to gun them down, but the gunfighters always were prepared. They survived by their speed, killing first became the creed, but the gunfighters' code was holsters.
Howdy, partners. This is your old friend Chilibill with my good buddies here, Juan Baracho and George Gabby Hayes Jr., who just took those falls for you a minute ago, telling you that no Hollywood magic is in this. Western know-how that makes Chilibill's chili, the authentic, bring-you-back-to-life bowl of red made with lean beef and my own championship chili blend. A real palate pleaser. Why don't you give it a try? Well, let's see, I guess I better eat. Oh, there's only one bowl here?
Get your copy of If You Like It Hot today and start cooking up all those great foods of the Southwest.
What do we have here, Carol?
We have what's called red chili, that is dried red chili.
Red dried chili. This is Carol Medina Mays. Carol was on about a year or so ago, and we cooked up, what did we do last time?
Last time we made pollo borracho.
Oh, drunken
Remember
chicken.
that?
Drunken chicken.
And then we made the bread pudding.
Bread pudding?
Bread pudding.
Yeah, okay. And today we're going to be doing up several dishes that Carol is going to do in the microwave today. And these are traditional Mexican food recipes, but we're going to do them in the microwave. Carol, what are we going to be doing today?
First, let me make one correction, Bill.
Okay.
When you said Rista de Chile, this is what you were talking
There
about. This is
we
the
go.
dried red chili that we will be using. What dried red chili is,
right, just put it right
it's
over
the
here.
green chili that has been left on the vine to dry. And usually you pick the green chili in about July or August when you want it green. Then you leave it on the vine for about a month or two, and it starts to redden by the sun. And then you get it and you hang it up, and it'll dry just like this. And this is what we're going to be using. We're going to be using chile de grista, which is the red chili.
Okay, let's get going now. Let's see, we've got several things to get going, and she brought her recipes again today, which, you know, I kind of like to use recipes. Now, what's first?
First thing we're going to do, excuse me,
Okay.
we're going to first blend up all our red chili. So what you do here is you get your chili,
Put them down
and
here.
you're going to break the top of the chili, remove the seeds, just like that, cut it in half, and just throw all the chilies in there, just like that. Remove the seeds as you do that. Then you're going to chop up about a quarter of an onion, and you put the onion in. Then you put the garlic. Then
Did you bring your blender today?
Well, yes, I brought a blender, but we're going to do something. We're going to sort of rush this time. We're going to
Okay.
pretend we're blending it.
All
Then
right.
I'm going to show you.
We've already got one done then.
We already have one done.
Okay.
Then we're going to put a fourth teaspoon of the cilantro seeds. So we have, what I have here is about 20 chili pods, a quarter of an onion chopped up, a garlic that has been mashed. Then I'm going to put a quarter of a teaspoon of the cilantro. Now what the cilantro is, it's a coriander seed.
Let's see that. Now, yeah, this is the coriander seed.
That's the coriander
You can't
seed.
see it on camera, but they're very small, and then they must be mashed up or ground up before you get the oils out of them.
Now in this case, since we're going to blend it, we don't have to ground it up. All we have to do is just put the seeds in there.
All right.
Then we're going to have a fourth teaspoon of the cominos, and then the dried oregano. And on the oregano, it's just 1 teaspoon of dried oregano.
Okay, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. Now,
that.
are we going to add any moisture to
Now
this?
we're going to add 3 cups of water.
Do we have cut water
Just the
here?
water
Oh, here we
right
are,
there.
right over here. 3
Just
cups of
measure
water.
out. 3 cups of water, pour the water in.
Did we get all the spices in there?
We got all the spices. We have the teaspoon of oregano, we have
Okay.
a 4th teaspoon of the cominos, and a 4th teaspoon of the cilantro.
Okay, now this goes in the blender.
That goes in the blender.
Cover it up, of course.
That's the cover.
And then we put that in the blender, and she's cheated.
We
We
already
already have
had
some
made
done.
up. You blend it for about 5 minutes.
Okay, now what's next here? Now this,
This is what we
oh,
have.
here we go,
We
right
have
here.
Our chile.
There
This
we
is our
are,
chile
right there.
colorado.
All right.
set. Now, next thing
Boy,
we
that's
need
a
to
good
do-
red color. Isn't that nice red color in there? Woo, that's the real
gonna be
thing.
real
You don't
good
get
and
that
hot.
out of a can.
And next thing is going to be the meat. Now, for the tamales, we need...
Okay, do you
we
need this
to
one
work with the
here?
meat.
Let's get right over here. All right, and I'll get that for you here. This is the
And
cooked
now
here, and
We're
then
going to be microwaving the meat. What this is,
microwaving the meat.
we're going to microwave the meat. What
Okay.
This is a roast, a boneless roast. I have removed the string. Usually the boneless roast
Yeah,
has a
right,
string wrapped around
right.
it. I removed the string. I'm going to
Here,
place
I'll
it
hold that.
on in a microwave cooking bag.
All right, now you going to
Now,
tie
I'm
this
going
or
to
what?
add 3 cups of the chile colorado.
Oh, all right.
into-
Do you have a cup measure over
we
there?
have a
There
cup
we
measure.
go.
We'll measure 3 cups.
3 of
into-
them?
3 cups.
Okay.
Make it 2 cups. Excuse me.
Is that a 2-cup measure?
No,
or
that's a 1 cup measure.
Okay.
So we need 2 of these,
2?
and we place 2
All right.
cups of the
1,
red chile colorado into the
2.
cooking bag.
All right.
Now we're ready to wrap it up. Now, since this is in the microwave, we're going to have to tie it. We can't use any metal around here, so
No
I
metal,
got
right.
a string that I.
What do we do with the string, Carol?
It's right underneath.
It is?
Right under there.
There it is.
String.
Okay, she
And
knows
all
where
we're
the
gonna do
string's
is
at.
Just tie this up, just like that. Now this string's a little too long here, but we're going to make do
Yeah,
with what we
you know,
have.
most people don't like to use any metal in the microwaves at all. You know, you get all kinds of sparking
No.
in there, it'll scare the devil out of you.
Now I'm going to make about, with a fork, I'm going to punch this about 3 times or 4 times all the way around the bag.
And that's to keep the steam from not building up and blow up in the microwave. It allows the steam to get out. Now, we're through this, right?
Okay, next thing we're going to do now is we're going to open up the microwave and
Okay.
place the meat in the microwave. We're going to cook it at 50% power, and it's 25 minutes per pound. So this was a 3-pound roast. So we're going
Okay.
to set it for 75 minutes
Okay.
and start it.
That's, here we go.
Oh,
Okay,
there
there you go.
And now it's all set. Now we're going to pretend that it's all done. We have the meat here already done.
She's learning. Get
So
this
it's
stuff
all
done before.
Get it all done before.
Okay.
Now this is the meat that we're going to make for our tamales. By the way, on the chile colorado, along with the oregano, cominos, and cilantro, you have to add 1 teaspoon of salt. I forgot the salt.
Didn't we have some garlic in here too?
I already mentioned
Yeah,
salt.
okay, all right.
The 1 teaspoon of salt, for those writing it down, be sure to write down 1 teaspoon
You
of
know,
salt.
if you want
I'm
to
sorry.
send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, we'll be glad to send you the recipe. So if you don't get it, get to write it down, just remember, just send me a self-addressed stamped envelope.
Okay, now the meat, what I've done is this is just a portion of the meat. This is not 3 pounds. This is about a little less than a pound, but we're going to cut
You made some up
a pound.
already, no
I
doubt,
made some
huh?
already. I need a knife.
Are you cutting or am I cutting?
And let me explain a little bit about the meat. Now, in tamales, usually we use what's called a carne machaca, which is the meat that has been shredded. Now, in microwave cooking, The meat doesn't shred as well, simply because this meat is not boiled, so the fibers are not loose. So you're going to have to cut. I know that this is a little different than regular meat that has been boiled for tamales.
That doesn't sound very Mexican to me,
No,
cutting up the meat.
I know it isn't. I really have had a hard time. I've worked with this meat trying to make it so that I can shred it. But about the only thing I can do is I cook in the microwave and after I get it cooked, then I try shredding it a little bit. I slice it and then I can shred it a little bit like this. But you're going to have to slice it a little bit. You maybe after the meat is cold, gets a little cold, you may be able to shred it a little better.
Yeah, it's just because the fibers don't separate, you see, in the microwave.
The fibers are a little tighter here, and it's just very hard to separate them.
Anyhow, that'll give you the idea of what she's doing. Now, if you were cutting this up, let's say you were doing it at home, would you just kind of cut it up into fine pieces, or how would you do that?
I would do
you
at
just
home,
cut that up small?
Cut it up like that?
Like that?
And then chop it the other direction.
Okay, so you just
a
go
little
like this,
faster
right?
that way.
Okay.
And then just put the meat into the bag with all the chili sauce already in there. And this is our chile colorado.
What do we do with our washcloth?
This is our carne con chile.
You got to get your fingers into this stuff, you know. All right.
It's carne con chile colorado. So
Carne
this is meat in red
con chili colorados.
Yeah,
Is that pretty good?
This is the red chili meat.
All right.
So we got our red chili meat all sliced up. Now we're ready to make our tamales.
Are we going to make the tamales in this segment then, or wait the next one? Let's see. We've got about, we're going to use this anyhow.
Now, talk a little bit about the tamales.
Okay, go ahead and tell us a little bit about the tamales, and then we can do the actual making of them in the next segment.
Okay, now Bill talked a little bit about the hojas or the corn husks. Now the corn husks right now would be very hard to try to put on the masa, and so what you have to do is you're going to have to soak the corn husks for overnight.
Let's put those right over here in the middle there.
Corn husks overnight so that they are nice and pliable.
Oh yeah,
And they will fold very easily.
Yeah.
So when you get your corn husks, get about a pound of corn husks and soak them overnight.
Okay. Now that we're going to be using these, right?
We will.
Yeah. All right. We're going to use these. Now let's see.
Next thing will be our masa for the tamales.
Masa for the tamales. Now, you're a home ec teacher?
Yes.
At let's see, 7th and 8th grade.
7th and 8th grade.
Oh boy, you don't look like
Junior high
you
kids,
don't look like you have
that
that much wear, you know, with the 7th and 8th
You'll
grade
have to
kids.
ask my kids about that.
Do you try to teach this type of thing?
We do have Mexican cooking in one of our segments. And
Oh, you
they
do?
just love it.
Uh-huh. Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 1 minute. Don't go away.
When they rode into town, folks would try to gun them down, but the gunfighters always were prepared. They survived by their speed, killing first became their creed. The gunfighters told us holsters fair. Gunfighters, gunfighters, death stalking by. Gunfighters,
Howdy, partners. This is your old friend Chilibill with my good buddies here, Juan Baracho and George Gabby Hayes Jr. who just took those falls for you a minute ago, telling you that no Hollywood magic is in this. Western know-how that makes Chilibill's chili, the authentic, bring you back to life bowl of red made with lean beef and my own championship chili blend. A real palate pleaser. Why don't you give it a try? Well, let's see, I guess I better eat. Oh, there's only one bowl here? That's Chilibill's Championship Chili. You'll find that recipe and many more in If You Like It Hot. Enchiladas, tacos, burros, barbecue. And if you can't find it at your local trading post, send for it. See? Well, we're back. And now what are we going to do? We're going to make masa, right?
We're just about to the finish line here.
Okay.
We're going to make our masa for our tamales.
Okay.
I have added 2 cups of masa harina. I have 1 more to add. We're going to add
All right,
3
you
cups
go ahead
of
and do
masa
that real
harina,
quick.
Put it in a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you can use a blender.
Okay.
Add 3 cups of the masa harina. It's very important that you buy the masa harina. and not the
We're not-
masa trigo.
Yeah,
There's a difference.
we're not giving a commercial here. It just happens that this one happens to be a little bit better, we think, for this type of food that we're doing today. All right, we have the masa harina out of the way.
Now
That's
we
made
just-
of corn.
Made
This
of
is
corn.
this is corn.
This is the corn
All right, now what are you
mixture.
putting in there now?
This is what's the lard. This will be the lard. This is 1 cup of lard or the manteca. Make sure that you do use the lard.
You have to
not
use
the
lard. You can't use the plain old oil. That doesn't work.
I
All
have,
right.
I have also added 1 teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
I'm going to
Now
add
what?
1/2 cup of the chile colorado, which is the chili that I took from the meat.
And that's going to give it the red color, right?
It'll give it the red color. Then
All
I'm
right.
going to add 1 1/2 cups of water.
Okay, 1 1/2 cups of water. There you
The
go.
mixture. After I get my 1 1/2 cups of water added to the mixture, then I will blend all this together in the food processor.
Uh-oh, we've got a leak over there.
Oh my God.
That's all right. We're going to move it out of the way.
Okay.
We're going to move that out of the way. We had a little disaster here, but you know how Chilibill's kitchen is. We're always doing stuff like this. I'm going to put this over here right now. There we go. All right. Now, Carol,
Now, after you have blended all of it together,
what's it going to look like?
it's going to look like this.
All right. What happened to my rag? I got a rag here someplace, too. There we are. All right. Okay.
Now we got it all
Let's see
mixed
what we
up.
got here now. This is the masa harina that has been mixed up with the red chili and the other ingredients. And what we have here then is the finish. Now, would you let this set for a little while, or what would you do?
You don't necessarily have to let it sit for a little while, Bill. Once it's made up, you can start making the tamales right away. Now, you blend this in the food processor or food blender for about a couple
All right,
minutes until
let's
it's
let him take a
creamy.
look here. There we
It's
go.
creamy and mixture.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to put this together.
All right, you're
Now
going
we
to...
need an hoja.
Hojas, okay.
An hoja.
You
This
want
will
the
be
little one?
strip. I want a large hoja.
You need the big one. Let's find a
I
good
need
size. Is that...
good size tablespoon.
Okay, you've got a tablespoon here. Now, are we going to need more than one of these, or just... You can always lap them over, can't
You
you?
can lap them over. If they're not large enough, you can always lap them over.
Okay.
You get 2 of them together.
All right.
Now they have been softened for overnight. We have them softened. They're easier to work. Then you get about a tablespoon of the masa and spread it on
All right,
the hoja.
now,
this.
it goes over all of that, right?
It goes over the top. Now sometimes the spoon you can put the spoon into some water, and it'll spread a little easier with the spoon wet, the underneath of the spoon wet. If not, I also use my hand sometimes just to flatten it out.
Okay.
Just like that. Then I need a little bit of
All right.
the chile colorado.
Now what are we gonna have now?
carne. Need a chili meat,
Okay.
and I will put a little bit of the chili meat onto the tamale, onto the masa like that. Just
All
spread a
right.
little bit of
Now
it.
maybe we can get a top
about-
shot here showing them how to put this together. There we go.
What I've done, if I put about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of the masa on the hoja, then I flatten it out, then I put the chili meat on top, I fold this up, the bottom up, then I just turn it.
Oh, you
for
tuck
1 inch
tuck
all the
yours
way.
under. I do mine a little bit different. You
A little
tuck yours
different.
under.
I tuck mine under.
Okay.
Like that. Then I get a strip of the hoja, and I will tie the tamale. Now, being that this is microwave cooking, the microwaves will cook pretty readily. So I got to make sure that I have tied this string so that all of the masa is in and not any of it is spilling
okay.
out. Otherwise, it'll dry here. So you
All
got
right.
to make sure that it is well.
Let's go ahead here and
tightened.
get one
One more.
more. Just let's get one more here.
We'll get
now,
one more.
Now you need the small string.
Get the small string.
And here's a large one
Here's
for you.
a large one. So now all we have to do is just use one of
Okay.
these corn husks. So I'm going to first of all get a little bit of the masa.
All right.
Place the masa on the corn husk like this.
All right.
Dish the meat out of.
Okay.
And now I like to use my hand. It seems to flatten it a little better. But you can use a spoon. If you use a spoon, just wet the bottom of the spoon so that this will spread a little easier. Get a little bit of the meat and roll this, put the bottom to the top, and then just roll this up
There you go.
like that.
I think we got a top shot on that one, maybe, so that we could
And then tie it.
show
Now
you how
tie
she
it.
was doing this.
Tie it securely so that the air
Now,
doesn't
why are
go
you doing
through.
that?
so that the microwave of the heat will not will not penetrate.
I see.
the
Okay.
husk.
Now, what are we putting? Here's this
We'll
one
place
right
them
here.
all in a glass measuring cup.
Here's our finished ones right here.
Okay, now we have some already made up. Then we place these two. We get about a dozen of the tamales.
Top side up.
Top side up, so that this bottom is in the bottom and the opening is at the top. You put them into, this is a 2-quart. I'm going to put them in the microwave. First of all, I got to get some cling wrap.
Here we go, right here.
I put this, and I make sure it's securely tight on here so that the air doesn't go through. And I may put a couple of layers of this cling wrap. And I'll get a fork. You're going to get me a fork, and I'm going to
fork. What do we do with the forks?
I'm going to pierce this through.
Oh, here we go. Right here. I got a fork right back here.
I'm going to just put a little opening like that and put this in the microwave for 10 minutes. What I do is I put I put in for 5 minutes on high, rotate the dish, and then put it in for another 5 minutes.
Wave there. You got it?
I got it.
All right. There we go. That's good. Hit the cook. There you are. That's okay. All right, that's got it.
What I want to do next is I'm going to, since we have a
What are
little
we
bit
gonna
of the
do?
meat left, all the meat we have
Yeah.
left, let's put it here and we'll show all the meat.
Oh, you
we
need
have
the meat
left.
back
Yeah,
again, huh?
We're going to do something special. We're not just going to have tamales today. We're going to have tacos too.
Tacos. Oh boy, now you're
And we're going
talking.
to have microwave tacos. We're going to
right.
make our taco shells in the microwave.
Do we have any? Yeah, we've got there they are right there. Now these are the corn,
These are the corn.
not the flour.
And what I do is I'm going to get four of the tortillas, and I'm going to get some shortening. I have some shortening in here, and I'm going to lightly.
Oh, that's shortening.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
It's a little bit
water.
of shortening, and I'm going to
All right.
lightly spread the shortening on there. Now I'm going to need some wax paper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to soften the tortillas.
All right, you're going to have to hurry here. We're just
Okay,
about ready to
we're
roll.
Just about done. Okay, we
Right.
sandwich them paper. Then soften the tortillas in the microwave by putting them in the microwave on high for about 50 seconds.
About 50 seconds, okay. Now, you can put that over there. All right, now, let's see. All right, we'll get that, we'll do that during the break.
Okay.
Now, what happens after they come out of there this time?
Then you're going to put them over a bowl like this.
Now, they're
all
going to
the
be
way
soft
around.
now,
They're
though,
going
aren't
to be
they?
soft.
And they
we're
should
gonna
be
put 'em
soft.
around the bowl, and we put them back in the microwave.
What holds these in? I mean, just the...
They're just going to lap over.
Oh, I
Once
see, because they're soft.
They just lap right
Oh,
over.
sure,
all
sure.
around the bowl. I put 4 of them around the bowl. Then I'll put them in the microwave, and the microwave will form them around the bowl.
Ah, that's
They will
the...
look like
You
this.
have
Take
some,
them.
huh?
I have some to show you.
All right, let's
And
take a
these-
look here.
These
Oh,
are
yeah.
taco shells. Once we take them out of the microwave. Now we microwave them on high, starting at about 2 minutes. Then you check to see if that's what you like. Now, if you want them real nice and soft, then you would take them out at that time. If you want them crispy like this, you would turn the bowl around and microwave them around
I
again
see.
for another 2 minutes.
All right, we've got to take a break, and we're going to come back and try some of this great...
Caramba, somebody stole my caballo.
Nobody stole your caballo, Tomato. He took off and became a lawyer after tasting Chilibill's famous championship chili.
Well, I know you from someplace.
I'm Chilibill, and we're doing a man-on-the-range interview to find out how many of you good folks out there like your chili hot and spicy. That's the way I like mine. Plenty of hot stuff in it to keep my mustachio curled. Here, Tomato, try some of this and become a lawyer, too.
Smells like chile.
Hey, you're getting smarter already, Tomato.
Good chile.
Of course it's good. It's Chilibill's chili, and those of you who like it hot and spicy can enjoy all those good recipes you've seen Chilibill and his guests cook on Chilibill's Kitchen Show by going to your local trading post or bookstore and picking up a copy of his famous recipe book, If You Like It Hot.
See?
Or you can order it direct by sending your money order.
Oh, boy, are Are these the
Would you like
taco
to
shells?
Go ahead and try a taco shell.
Yeah, we're gonna load up one of these. Now these are the ones we made in the microwave just a minute ago, and if you'll try to remember how she made them, if you can't remember, you write me and we're gonna tell you how to do that. First of all, we have to have the meat. You got one over there?
I got one right
All right,
here.
you go ahead and load that one up
Go
there,
ahead and load
and I'm gonna
the
get over
meat.
here while you're loading that one, and I'm gonna get me a tamale, a finger tamale. Now those are the small ones. Now remember, they make them in all different types and sizes. This happens to be the small one, made in the microwave.
I'll
Oh,
go
you're going to
ahead and
serve
get
me,
you-
huh?
I'll serve you
All
yours.
right.
And
There you
then we
go.
need to get
Now
some
you're going to need
lettuce
our
and some
garnish
tomatoes.
there.
Some garnish.
All right, if you'll hand me that garnish, I'll load this one up here real quick. You know what we don't have? Oops, you're going to drop your cerveza? Don't drop that
I don't want to
cerveza.
drop my cerveza.
Okay, I'm gonna dip right in here and put some of this in here. Whoops, you've got to give you this one here. There you go. All right, I'm gonna put this in here. I'm gonna put me a little bit of cheese on top, and we are going to start eating some of this great Mexican food. We'll see you next week. Adios.
Adios.